What's up, YouTube? Your boy back once again with another sport topic, and today we gonna talk some football, Houston Texans football. I want to apologize for bringing this video late, because I know a lot of people been like, "Hey man, what happened to the breakdown and review for the Dallas Cowboy game?" This is not gonna be a full breakdown review of the Dallas Cowboy game because it's a couple of days late. The reason why, it was a primetime game, went overtime, so instead of doing the video, I just hopped on the Sauce Sports post-game show, so I had my immediate reaction on there. So if y'all not following Sauce Sports and watching Sauce Sports, subscribing to Sauce Sports, you're tripping. You need to go watch them boys, because your boy is on there regularly. Sauce Nation, best sport talk in and out the city. So that's what I basically did my breakdown, and I did really on the post-game. That's it, dropping a full breakdown video. But I'm going to give a little something, because I want to talk about some of the game last week. Some of the game against the Cowboys, and also going up towards, staying home and facing Buffalo. And they kind of mix, because what I got to say kind of coincide with both of them. So once again, like I said, I apologize for bringing the video late, but here we go. We're going to just do a not full recap, but just to break some stuff down. The Houston Texans beat the Dallas Cowboys. They hated Dallas Cowboys for some people. 19-16 in overtime, second time they beat in franchise history. It was one of those games. Before I go to Hop, Watson, 4th straight game over 300 yards, 375 yards. He was 33 for 44, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. A quarterback rating of 98. The interception came right before overtime. It was a bad interception. He got pummeled. He got pummeled, and basically he was taking hits all night. And before we get to talking about him taking these hits, people, please, I want people to stop doing the whole RG3 thing. That's one thing when they talk about Deshaun Watson, that people keep saying this is one of the laziest comparison. It's a lazy comparison. It's very, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because you're talking to somebody who watched RG3 both at Baylor and watched him at the Redskins. I was a person that was very vocal about RG3 before RG3 was even RG3, back when he was Robert Griffin III. I remember watching him, because everybody know I'm a Tech fan. When I remember watching him as a true freshman playing Tech, I'm like, man, that boy nice. Baylor gonna be some. And then when he tore his ACL his sophomore year, came back and won the Heisman his junior year. I was telling people he was going to win I knew he was going to win the Heisman. After watching a couple, I said, man, he going to be a Heisman candidate. Nah, he ain't going to be no Heisman candidate. That's what some people were saying. Won the Heisman, 2nd overall pick. Had a great rookie year. A record-breaking rookie year. An unprecedented rookie year. And then he had the 2nd ACL injury. It was on the same leg. So, and also his ACL injury was way, way more severe than Deshaun Watson. Now, talking about Deshaun Watson taking hits and talking about now this is true. Deshaun cannot last playing the way he played on Sunday. But Deshaun, the difference between Deshaun and RG3, because they brought up RG3. RG3 would take hits as a running quarterback. Deshaun doesn't take hits. Deshaun's hits come from being in the pocket. Deshaun takes more hits in the pocket than he does outside the pocket, more than he does doing design runs. The only time he was taking hits on those design runs was the ones in the red zone. That's a red zone problem. That's a coaching problem. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. That's what that mostly is. It's not a Deshaun Watson problem, because if you watch any Deshaun scramble, he slides or he gets out of bounds. He does not really get hit too often running the football. If you go back and watch RG3 used to get pummeled. One, he don't know how to slide. RG3 used to slide so awkwardly, he'd get hurt sliding, trying to slide, because he couldn't slide. He wasn't a natural slider. Deshaun is a natural slide. He can slide naturally. He can go out, but he avoids hits when he runs the football. RG3 didn't. So if you want to say RG3, that's just being a lazy comparison. That's just an extremely lazy comparison. That's all that is. But we're going to talk about the hero of the game. Even though he fucked up, had the fumble, we're going to talk about that fumble. Hop came through 51 yards. Had that 49 yards he had in overtime. Was an amazing play. That might be that's Hop's best play he's ever made in his career. Because I know a lot of people go back and forth about Hop being not being the top 5 receiver. I tell people all the time that Hop is the number 1 receiver. He's the best receiver in the league. And I know people want to bring up Odell Beckham and Antonio Brown and Julio Jones. And hey, granted, all those guys are great. I'm not taking nothing away from all those. All those guys are great. But the combination of what Hop does with and without good quarterbacks, mostly without, because he's never had a good quarterback until Deshaun walked into the building. He's always put up numbers, and you don't hit nothing out of him. He doesn't throw his teammates under the bus. He had every right. Hop has every right to throw temper tantrums like Antonio Brown or Odell Beckham does. Now Julio don't either, but Julio does have Matt Ryan. But Julio don't. I'm exclude Julio from that. But like Antonio Brown and Odell, they cry and bitch all the time. Hop doesn't, and Hop has every reason. He was getting Brian Hoyer, Ryan Mallett, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Tom Savage, Brock Osweiler. These are the guys. These Case Keenum, T.J. Yates, Matt Shaw. Like these were the guys that Hop was dealing with. Brandon Whedon, and still putting up numbers, still putting up all pro numbers, Pro Bowl numbers. Before he had Deshaun Watson, he didn't have Eli. Say what you want to say about Eli. Eli does have 2 Super Bowl rings before Odell got there. Ben Roethlisberger is a future Hall of Famer. Like they got those guys to get their numbers. Not taking nothing away from them, but let's be real. You want to have a conversation, let's be real. And like I tell people all the time, Odell gets most of his popularity from that catch against the Cowboys Sunday night for a touchdown. If Odell made that exact same catch against the Cleveland Browns on a noon o'clock game and a regular game, a noon game, nobody cares about that catch. Oh, that was a nice catch, and that's it. Because he's made catches, I think he's made catches better than that since then. But they not primetime game, it's not against the Cowboys. Case in point, same thing with Hop. Hop made that catch on Christmas Day against Pittsburgh. Hop has made better catches than that. But they overblown that catch because it was a primetime game against the Steelers. They do. So, this game, primetime game against the Cowboys, that set up the game-winning field goal. And the way he moved, which most people, myself included, think he had that in him. More so, Hop is a guy who got great hands, great round running, tiptoe. But the way he was spinning, like what you gotta say, holding the controller and pressing the X like he's playing PlayStation or Xbox, the boy is bad. And for all people out there who want to talk down, the boy is bad. So the Texans walk away with the win and defeat the Dallas Cowboys. But they cannot continue to play like that offensively. You can't continue to stall in the red zone going forward. But before we get into that, I want to talk to some of these Cowboy fans, if y'all still watching. Now, I'm not from Houston. I'm from 40 minutes away. My hometown is 40 minutes away from Houston. Actually about 35 minutes away from Houston. So it's a hop, skip, and a jump. I'm not actually from the city. So I don't have any distaste or hatred for the Cowboys like most people do from the city of Houston. Because mostly it's a Houston-Dallas thing. So I don't have any hatred for the Cowboys. I only want to beat the Cowboys because they're the next team on my schedule. But one thing I don't like are the Cowboy fans. Because the Cowboy fans are the most... And not all of them, because I don't want to lump everybody up in one box. But for the most part, the Cowboy fans are the most obnoxious, unsurrealist people that are fans of any team. Cowboys can go 0-16, and when they lose that game on 16, they lose their last game of the year, 5 minutes after the game, hey, we know we're going to the Super Bowl next year. That's one thing. But to this crybaby mentality, y'all can't just take an L. I see Cowboy fans. Y'all do know the Cowboys still win the series 3-2. Actually, both teams are sorry. It's not. I mean, both teams ain't really got nothing. Both teams are sorry. The only people saying this is Cowboy fans. Oh, but, hey, we still got 5 Super Bowl rings. Y'all still ain't got none. Y'all might got us tonight, but we still got 5 Super Bowl rings. What the fuck does those 5 Super Bowl rings got to do with today? Those 5 Super Bowl rings, it wasn't like you won this past year. I don't think Eagle fans out there crying when they lost to the Titans or just lost to Minnesota. Hey, we still won Super Bowl last year. No, it's a whole different year, baby. Whole different year. So like that whole crying and whining, just take your L and go home. When we beat the Colts, when the Texans beat the Colts, I ain't hear Colts fans like, hey, we beat y'all for the past 15 years. They took that L and went home. They took that L and went home. Same thing with the Texans. When we lost to Jacksonville, we don't be out. When we lost to Jacksonville last year, we got swept on. We say, hey, we normally sweep y'all, but y'all got it. Like, no, we take our L's and go home. Just take your L and go home. Like, that's the reason why it's a rivalry. Because in my opinion, my personal opinion, it's really not a rivalry. We only see y'all once every 4 years. We not in the same conference. We never knock each other in and out, get a chance to get into the Super Bowl. It's not a real rivalry. Our rivals are the Titans, the Jags, and the Colts. It's not, and like, to a certain extent, the Bengals and the Ravens. Back when Kubiak was here, it was more of a Raven thing when Kubiak was here, and then also the Bengals, because we played them back-to-back playoff years. But other than that, like that's really the rivalry. The Cowboys is not a rival to me, but the fans make it a rivalry because of that type of mentality. Because y'all want to sit there and hype and cry. That's how I really know that y'all really hurt that y'all lost. You know, Will Kane sounded like he lost his puppy. I know he's from a town near Dallas. Yeah, he's a Dallas fan because he's close to Dallas. He lost the damn puppy when he was on TV the next day. Like, it was time to fire Jason Garrett because they lost to them old Texans. Like, y'all really distraught about that. It is what it is. It truly is what it is. But just take your L and go home. That's it. Like, I need y'all to do me a favor because I need y'all to beat Jacksonville. Because going forward, I know Deshaun is day-to-day with the chest injury. Deshaun needs to play. I see people talking about, should we hold down Deshaun against the Buffalo Bills? The Buffalo just beat Tennessee, which Tennessee beat you. You need to play him. As long as Deshaun can walk, Deshaun needs to play. You cannot afford to go into Jacksonville 2-4. You need to go in Jacksonville 3-3 and hope that by Sunday, because the Titans gotta go to Baltimore, Jacksonville gotta go to Dallas. Hopefully Dallas can do you a favor and run the football against, because I think you can run the football against that Jacksonville Jaguars defense. Hopefully Dallas runs the football better than they ran against us. Come up with the win. And Jacksonville's 3-3. And the same thing with the Titans going up against the Ravens. Because the Ravens coming off loss to Cleveland. Can the Ravens get it done for you? And then you sitting there Sunday all tied, 3-3. If all teams are 3-3, if the Texans, Jags, and Titans are all 3-3, you are forgiven for the 0-3 start because not everybody's even. You still have to play Jacksonville twice. You still have to play Tennessee once at home. Everything is all forgiven. And now you have everything, the playoffs, everything is right back in front of you, back in the driver's seat, because you can control what you can control now. Because now you can sell everything on the field. You just climbed out the hole and now you up with everybody. You're not all the way out the hole, but now all y'all are on our level. All y'all like this. If all y'all end up 3-3, but you have to take care of your business first. Like, you have to beat Dallas. You got to take care of your business against Buffalo. Buffalo still has a good defense. Yes, I believe Josh Allen is trash. I believe Josh Allen is trash. But I believe my secondary is trash, especially when it comes to the corners as well. I know they look good against Dallas, but Dallas doesn't have any receivers, as Cowboy fans continue to tell me all the time. And I agree. Y'all don't have no receivers. So Deshaun needs to play. And don't be worried about this. If you worry about Deshaun's health, it's more so an offensive line issue and not a Deshaun play style. Now, Deshaun does need to learn to get rid of the ball quicker. So sometimes just throw the ball out. Just throw the ball away. And then also when you get into the red zone, you can't... You are too valuable as a thrower to try to give your body up as a runner in the red zone. And I know it is. I'm pretty sure he felt it. He felt the fans and the whole beat the Cowboys. I'm pretty sure he felt it. He wanted to get in the end zone. Also, at the time you 1-3. You trying to get a dub. You at home. You don't want to go 0-2 at home. It's a primetime game. I get that. But that's more so Bill O'Brien needs to take that decision out of Deshaun's hands by calling those stupid plays. Like, I did not like that fourth down play. I did not like that going for a fourth down. People tell me, no, be aggressive, be aggressive. I understand that. But in that type of situation, you get the ball back at halftime, right? If you kick that field goal there, you up by 7. And when D-Hop fumbles, they got the touchdown, you're tied up at 13. You're not down 13-10. I would have took that field goal. Because I would take the field goal because I was getting the ball back in the second half. If I wasn't getting the ball back in the second half first, maybe I might actually be okay with the fourth down call. Just not the play. The play is unforgivable because you have in that situation you need to pass. In that situation you need to pass. It needs to be one of those 50-50 balls to Hop, one of your big bite tight ends, something like that. And these whole red zone issues, I know I heard earlier about. I'd rather be. If I'm not mistaken, I'm thinking it was Cecil Shorts. See, I'd rather be a team that can get in the red zone. I'd rather be a team that has red zone struggles than a team who can't get in the red zone at all. Because at least if you can fix getting to the red. If you get to the red zone, you ain't punching in. You can fix that by different play selection. If you can't get to the red zone at all, that means you're deployed of talent because you can't move the football. Now I agree with that, but also those red zone issues cause bad offensive line play, and then you don't have any playmakers in the backfield. You don't have any backfield playmakers. Maybe this changes when D'Onta Foreman comes back, but when D'Onta Foreman comes back, it's going to take him I think he's supposed to be back by week 7. It's going to take him a couple games to get some games upon them because he won't be in no game shape before you can see the D'Onta Foreman that you were starting to see before he got hurt. It's going to take a while. He'll be back week 7. I'd say maybe week 10, week 11, you'll probably start seeing the flashes of the D'Onta Foreman that we start to see towards the end of the season. And also depend on the carries. It all depends on how many carries he's going to be getting at the time, the type of workload he's going to be getting to see how fast or how slow it takes him to knock off that rush. It couldn't be longer depending on how much. And then also you come in from Achilles, like I say, Achilles are hard to gauge. I much rather ACL, broken leg, broken foot. Achilles, that's one of those injuries that's hard to gauge. So even if he can never come back to form, we might not ever see the form that we thought we were going to see. I do think that in the draft, your draft friends and your main priorities is offensive line and secondary. And the offensive line credit. The offensive line played better against Dallas. I forgot DeMarcus Lawrence was even on the Dallas Cowboys Sunday. I need that same performance the rest of this year. Like I said about the Indy game, the offensive line it's still not good. Don't get twisted. It's still not good. It might not be 31 now. It might be 28. It might be 27. It's better than 32. But it's still not where you want it to be, especially when you have a franchise quarterback that you need to protect. But you could win with that offensive line. That secondary is going to be some real big hiccups. There's going to be some real big hiccups. I don't think that's going to cost you against Buffalo because, yes, Allen has a cannon. But that's all Allen has. He has no down-the-field accuracy. No accuracy, period. He doesn't read the coverage as well. Like I said, to me, he's Ryan Mallett. He is Ryan Mallett that was taken in the first round. So you need to treat him like he's Ryan Mallett and make him look like a Ryan Mallett. Throwing balls in there, you need to put the pressure. J.J. Clowney, I need you to get the pressure on him. That's what I need against the Buffalo Bills. Build on what you did against Dallas, offensive line, and protect Watson a little bit more. And Bill O'Brien, stop calling those type of plays in the red zone. I have no problem with you. I actually like you to do the backfield action and Deshaun design runs outside the 20s. But once you get inside the red zone and that field gets shorter, you putting your quarterback in much harm because those linebackers and receivers are not downfield no more. See, when you in the bigger part of the field, they got to play downfield just in case Hop or Fuller and Kiki go off and get free. When they're in the red zone, they ain't got to worry about that because they can't go too much farther, so they can still stay with it and they can able to run up. And some of those guys are fast or as fast or if not faster than Deshaun Watson and bigger. And coming out, and that's why he's dealing with a chest injury right now. I think probably the most came from that shot they threw that pick on. So don't design those plays in the red zone. Like, I understand why you didn't try to do another thing with Kiki. Maybe do it to the opposite side. Maybe a fake. Maybe a fake one to Kiki. Maybe a fake to Kiki and dish it off to Will Fuller, or a fake to Kiki to tight end. Maybe something like that. Especially after the one that Kiki worked. they might have seen that same formation. Because that's actually how you fool people. You do a play, it works. You come on the exact same formation, do something completely opposite because the defense like, okay, hey, this play worked last time. The same formation. I remember this shit. Kiki right there. Oh, shit. Damn, he didn't even give it to Kiki. Like, something like that. That's something that probably should have been done in the red zone instead of putting your quarterback out there to dry like that. So don't do that no more. What could fix those situations? I know a lot of people been saying it. I've been really back and forth because of the offensive line secondary issue. I've been real back and forth with this decision because I really want you to do that. Use your assets to bring in offensive line. You bring in 2 tackles, or two tackles in on a corner, or 2 corners in the tackle, or what's however the draft, whatever your draft position is, how everything flows in the draft, or if you have to trade up to get that guy. Like you might end up with 2 first-round picks, but you get 2 studs. You get 2 studs, a corner and an offensive tackle, or 2 offensive tackles, or 2 corners. You get 2 studs if you even take one of those picks and try to move up, or 2 of those picks and package them and move up. But I think, like I said against Indy, Le'Veon would have helped in that situation. I'd be so back and forth with that. Like myself be so flip flop with this situation. But Le'Veon could have helped that red zone. Just like I think Le'Veon would have helped Indy. I think if you have Le'Veon, you don't go to overtime against Indy because you would ran that clock out. Andrew Luck would never got the ball. Same thing with this Dallas game. I think those red zone issues will happen. And that game is never a game. You blow the Colts out. Blow the Cowboys out. I think these past 2 games, you should have won by double digits. You should have won this Cowboy game at least by 10, if not 14 points. And the Colts, you definitely should have won by 17 points. So this Buffalo game should be one of those games as well. It needs to be a game that's a coming out party offensively. The offensive explosion and the defense dominates. We'll see. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't. Comment below if you haven't. Click that bell, get more videos. I holla.